Police say it's a miracle that 2 children escaped unharmed from that ride that killed 4 adults at Australia's biggest theme park, much visited by New Zealanders. Of course, 4 people, including a 42-year-old expat New Zealand woman who lived in Australia, were killed yesterday in the accident, which ranks amongst the world's deadliest theme park accidents. Police are appealing for photos and cell phone footage from witnesses who saw it. They also want to speak to people who were on the ride earlier in the day. And today, the Australian Workers' Union says it has sounded warnings about safety at the Gold Coast Park, which has been closed indefinitely. Elizabeth Brown has this report.
The accident happened yesterday afternoon when a raft flipped on the Thunder River ride, a ride marketed as a family-friendly thrill which 2-year-olds are allowed on. Queensland Assistant Police Commissioner Brian Codd says it appears 2 rafts hit each other just at the end of the ride before people get off.
Something has occurred where 2 of those have come together, and as a result one has flipped backwards, and it has caught and tossed some of the people that were on the ride backwards in the conveyor belt. That's about as much detail as I can go into.
2 men aged 35 and 38 and 2 women aged 32 and 42 died in the accident. One of the women was a New Zealander who'd lived in Australia, but she's not yet been officially named. There were also 2 children on the raft, a boy and girl aged 10 and 12, who escaped unharmed. Brian Codd says it's a miracle they were able to get out safely.
In terms of how they escaped, maybe through the providence of God or somebody, but it seems, from what I've seen, almost a miracle that anybody came out of that. If we're going to be thankful for anything, I'm thankful for that.
Brian Codd says it's been a traumatic experience for the children who are receiving support. A team of 30 detectives is at the park looking at the operation and maintenance of the ride. But it's emerged that workers at the park have raised concerns before, and there have been several serious ride malfunctions or closures in the past 20 years. Ben Swan, the Queensland Secretary of the Australian Workers' Union, told Checkpoint the union has taken several staff concerns over safety and management to park owner Ardent Leisure.
We have had, as I indicated before, several ongoing representations, meetings, up to and including as recently as the last 3 weeks with management at Dreamworld about operator and maintenance issues to do with plant, equipment and rides at the Dreamworld park.
But Mr Swan says while the company has been opposed to discussing any of the safety concerns raised, he doesn't want to further inflame an already tragic situation. Police investigations are likely to be lengthy. A short time ago, Detective Inspector Mark Thompson made this appeal.
Police are aware there would be a significant number of people that were present yesterday, and we'd like to make an appeal to anyone who was present at Dreamworld and has any information, and that could be eyewitness accounts of this incident that we're investigating, or any photos or footage that they may have taken on mobile phones, to contact Crime Stoppers in order to assist us with our inquiries.
Mark Thompson says it's a very complex investigation with evidence being prepared for a coronial inquiry. Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull has also pledged a full investigation to determine the cause of the accident. The park remains closed. For Checkpoint, Elizabeth Brown.